Hello YouTube, this is Crosscheck and welcome to a very complicated video maybe. So this is Blender right here, and well, just to put things in context, I've been getting a lot of messages praising my intro. So I made like six videos on the weekend, and yeah, a lot of people were okay with the videos, but almost everybody was really excited about the intro. So I don't know how to feel about that. I'm really thankful that you guys appreciate my intro, but at the same time, I am a little bit worried that the content in the videos is not on par with the intro. So oh boy. Uh, I don't know what I'm gonna be having to do because, yeah, obviously the amount of time spent in doing the intro was absolutely insane, and I will show you how I made it. Not on detail, obviously, because it is extremely complicated. But okay, let me show you. So basically, yeah, I used Blender for my intro. Uh, First, I started building a really simple object, as you can see, but it's looking like the housing of the jet engine that I use on my intro. So I kept working on it a little bit more. I gave it the little details, this dents on the back of these modern jet engines, which are pretty sexy if you ask me. Still having a really simple object, not many verts. Actually, this one has about 400 vertices. The first one, let's see, the first one had 224. With the smoothing and all that, it goes up to 3200. This next one, it goes all the way up to 84,000 with the smoothing modifier. But the original without the modifier is only 400 vertices, which is pretty good. And yeah, we are at 85,000 vertices. Now, a little bit more detail, as you can see here. We go from this to this, which is quite a difference. And over here we are up to 220 vertices with the modifier. Without the modifier, we're still quite low at 496. It could be said 500. So yeah, the modifier is quite detailed, but the model is actually quite low poly, which is good. Then I added these thingies, the fans. If I move them, it kind of breaks because they are set in a modifier for them to do a lot of themselves. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is how it looks. It has a really interesting figure. But yeah, that's it. Not much going on there. And it has a controller. It doesn't have it right here, but I'll show you in a bit. Okay, so that's basically what I'm getting, but I need better detail over here, so I switched. Well, I improved the model, and that's basically my final model. And still low poly. You can see the objects are very low poly, so that's good. This one is not as low poly as one as it could be, obviously. These are low poly, so that's good. But they have the modifier, the subsurface modifier, and it adds a lot of vertices. Right now, okay, which one was it? Oh, this one already had 220,000, but I managed to take down a lot of vertices. So this one, with all of the models in here and everything, it only has 115,000 vertices. So that's pretty cool. My final one is this one. I applied a couple of modifiers, so the textures could be applied well. and I ended up with 122,000 vertices, which is a decent amount of vertices. Not too high, but not as low as it could be. And over here I have the fan twister, which is pretty interesting. This is what enables me to rotate the blades, right? And this is my camera, and I made a little Bezier curb, sorry, for my camera to travel in. So this is basically what it does. And actually, let me add more things. These are some cameras that I ended up not using. Let's just delete those. This is my sun, and these are some lights. This is one red light and one white light. And over here we have the fan twister, which I already told you what it is, and then we have this aspas, which is basically the focus point of the camera, and also where the camera is pointing at. So the camera is running around and always facing the point. You can see it move, and it's always looking at it. So this is basically the rotation that the camera does. It's really up into the jet engine, and it flies out, and it starts rotating, and it increasingly goes a little bit up. Actually, this is not as smooth as I would have liked. Probably something more like this would be okay, like this. That would probably be better. But oh well, it's too late for that. So yeah, this is what the camera does. Nice and simple. You can probably get into the camera. Yeah, there it is. This is what the camera is seeing. Pretty cool, huh? So yeah, that's basically it on the modeling. That's the full model. Now we obviously need to create textures. So that's where Substance Painter is really good. So I used Substance Painter to grab all of my materials and started painting using various methods. But yeah, basically all the painting was done here in Substance Painter. Awesome software. Just as awesome as Blender is. But good thing Blender is for free. This one is definitely not for free. So yeah, lots of textures as you can see. Very interesting, very cool. Lots of work to be done. This one in particular, I really like how it ended up looking. All those, it's pretty cool. So okay, I brought the textures back over here, and I needed to plug in pretty much everything. Where is it? It's not object. Okay. So yeah, basically you need to grab all the textures. You get of any kind of textures, like 5 images, 5 different textures. Like this is the base color, the metallic surfaces, the roughness, the strength of the normal, and then take them all in, and you start doing all that crazy stuff. And then you will be able to, let's see if it doesn't, there we go. You will be able to see the textures inside Blender. You can see the lights and all that crazy stuff. That is pretty cool. And now if we do a quick render, we will be able to see how it looks with the lighting and the materials and the textures and the models and all that crazy, nice, cool stuff. There it is. This is how it looks like now, rendering. So you can imagine how the animation goes. It takes a lot to render. It was probably with 2 computers. It was about 20 hours, I think, something like that. Pretty intense. And after the render, I obviously came up to Premiere, and I added some This is the engine sounds that I applied into it, and in After Effects. Oh no, that's not the one. Nope, nope, don't open that one. This is the one. Okay, there we go. So this is pretty simple actually. I got the render, which is pretty much added some camera shake, added this crazy lights, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. It goes into white light, boop, and then you get this nice and simple intro. And this one is made all here in After Effects. And then you just take it out to Premiere. You see that everything is working as you intended, and then you render, and you got a very cool intro. So yeah, it's not that simple. It took me about at least 500 hours in Blender of training for me to be able to do something like this, and then not too many hours in Substance. It's actually quite simple, about 4 hours of practicing a little bit, and then I could do my own stuff. That's pretty cool. And obviously, I used Photoshop, I used Audition for the audio, I used After Effects, I used Premiere. Uh, so yeah, it is a quite complicated intro, and I'm really glad you guys enjoy. And I hope that my content is as good as my friggin' intro. Uh, the thing is the time, man. The timing. I mean, it takes so much time. It takes so much time and effort, and I need to know when to stop, when to have a project end, because a project can go indefinitely forever, and well, you may die of hunger in the progress. So yeah, you gotta watch out for that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed uh, the behind the scenes on how the intro was made. It is really fun, good stuff. Uh, and yeah, happy flying. Cross check out.